guess we'll just start streaming. Where are we at? We're up about 17. Well, we're up more than that. We're up 7 grand so far pre-market. See if this one trade here on the long side is going to work out in our favor. Let me actually remove my headset. Up or short on that. Let's share this out. Probably only going to stream for about an hour today. Not that long. Streamed the whole session yesterday. I did not plan to do that, but that just kind of happened. Let's go to the YouTube, see where we're at. Let's put in, so we're in 7 lots. We're up about $3,000 on that trade there. Pretty obvious trade. I did call it. Look, if you're not following in Discord or you're not following, then you're obviously not getting the best calls on the trades that we're doing. We're looking at the RDA on chart 3 is what we're looking for here. That's what we're anticipating is going to roll out here in the NQ.
Stop filled.
Looks like we're going to get stopped out of our CL trade there, that short. Where we at on... oh, man. I was in the Treasury trade, but I did get out. It looked like we got gold going back up. I think buying gold up to that range is probably smart. Let's see if we can do a pullback. Get the fucking mic out of my way. So I missed the gold. So we'll look to buy here and look to buy here. Do some participation trades on this. Join the bid here. There we go. Put some trailing stops in there for the gold trade up to the next level. We got ZB. Let's see what ZB is doing. Yeah. Bonds are trying to make a move. Let's see. We got a little bit of a stall there on that. Okay, what the hell? This is the actual. Sorry. I still don't really fully have this whole stupid streaming setup down. Still takes me longer than I would like to do all this. Okay, why did it do that? Ah, look at that. It's pulling back.
Stop filled.
Screw you. I don't want to get out of the trade. Asshole. Ah, look at that. CL's continuing to pull back. We're up about 640 on CL. Did not want to... What the heck? Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what the NQ is going to do. I'll share this out in Discord land too. And confirm. Ah, look at that. Did not want to get knocked out of those two, but we did. So let's move one of our trailing stops on CL there.
Stop filled.
Ooh, what did we get hit on? Where are we targeting? It's pretty obvious. We're targeting 14.10 on the NQ. 14.010 14.010. What is control? C3 is control. C3 is control. Welcome everybody. C3 control on NQ. Yeah, looking at a bit picked up on gold. Let's see if we can stay. We're up about 4 G's. Here is our zone that we're looking for right there. That's our zone. Right around 1410. 1410 is our zone that we want to sell at. So let's wait for an overshoot of that, and then we're going to sell the NQ when it gets up there. That's the plan. So here's what the P&L looks like. Boom. Those that are wondering. We're up about 7,400, and then we've got 4,000 in open profit and 740 in CL open profit. That's what our current P&L looks like. Let's give this, what are we in? We're in 5 lots here. Let's give these a little bit more room. Let's get knocked out of that one there. Knocked out of that one there. All right. Gold up or down? I'd see gold going up. GC, gold, up. Then, well, let's look at the chart. Let's look at the 4-chart setup. At a minimum, we're going to 1985, I think.
Stop filled.
1986, 1985 spot 7. Yeah, 1985 spot 7. I think is where we're going on gold. Got picked up on one gold trade. Man, where is CL going? That's the question. Where is CL going? Is it going to 71? I think it might be going to 71. So if we get knocked out of this trade, we'll enter it again here, up here. But I think it's going to 71. We're up about, we're in 4 remaining lots there.
Stop filled.
What time is it? 15 minutes into the market.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
Well, look at that. We're getting knocked out. Little bastard. Little bastard's pulling back the NQ. Fine. Pull back. We'll just enter again.
Order filled. Order filled.
A little bit hurt our basis a bit there, but let's
Stop filled.
not take a loss. So let's put all of our trailing stops right around our entry. Getting a little aggressive there in that pullback.
Stop filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Hasn't tagged our RDA yet. That's what we're looking for. So
Order filled.
we'll look to get picked up there. I said CL's coming up. We're selling CL.
Order filled.
Continuing to sell. Market's pretty volatile, so I know the jobless claims came out and everything. So I don't have much time to look at the chat and stuff. What's up, man? How's everybody doing? CL I think is going down. That's why I'm selling it. Yes, CL selling so far. Ooh, we're getting a little hurt on the NQ trade there.
Order filled.
Getting a little aggressive on that buy. Still think it's going to go up and hit the RDA, but we don't want to get too aggressive on it.
Order filled.
Where are we at? We're only in one GC trade, which sucks. So I'll put a trailing stop in there, cancel everything else. We only got picked up for one GC trade. Like I said, 1985 is kind of our target range there. So I would look to sell up there. You can see where, I know it's ZB. Oh, look at ZB. ZB is at the RDA on chart 4. We're going to sell that.
Order filled.
And we're going to put some trailing stops up in the market. Bam, bam, bam. All right. We're in all 4 tickers, as you can see. Like it. I like the market. Love volatility. Traders love volatility. That's how you pull capital from the market. Volatility. Crude oil. Trying to maintain a zone there. We're going to continue to sell there. NQ we don't want yet. If it goes to the next range, then we want to be at the next level.
Stop filled.
There we go. So far we're up about 10.2 for the day. All right, let's look over the charts, make sure that we know what we're looking at. So NQ, we have the target of 14,409. So 409 is what the NQ target is. I'll be sharing this all in the 409. So upside, then sell. CL. CL looks to be, well, you know, it's interesting. That was an RDA check on the 60. So got to be a little bit careful with CL. CL, I think, might be going to 71.5. 1.05. NQ upside is 410. And then not sure. We got knocked out of this gold trade.
Order filled.
There we go.
Order filled.
Waiting for sell on GC at 1987. Okay, this needs to be moved down here. Ooh, hoo, hoo. NQ is messing around with me there. Chart 4, we might, oh, well, it's still messing around with that momentum check there, which is, if it doesn't close above that momentum check on chart 3, then we will have a minor challenge on this trade. We're in 9 lots. I think we might want to add another couple right here. So we'll see. Crude oil coming up, picking us up at the RDA. That's kind of what we expected. We're going to continue to sell into this here, into this move. It's probably going to go to the weekly or the daily open. Tag the daily open. Let's see if it holds that. We do have to watch CL. Maybe that was just an RDA check there on chart 3.
Order filled.
So if that was an RDA check on chart 3, then obviously we're on the wrong side of that CL trade.
Order filled.
So we don't know that yet, but we'll know that here in a second. Probably about another 5 to 7 minutes or so. There we go. NQ's working on our favor now in 9 lots there so far. Let's just wait. Let's wait. we do think we're going to hit our upside target, which is right around 14.10, 14.15 now. So those that are new, the one thing you want to do is join via Discord. You'll see a link below on TradingView or YouTube. So if you're brand new, I'm trading what we call the RDTS. It is, I do say so myself, one of the most effective speculation systems ever created in humankind. It's a prediction-based system where we predict on the chart where reactions are, and then we trade around reactions. That's what we simply do. If you want to learn more about it, you can visit my YouTube channel, or I would suggest you visit Discord.
Order filled.
There we go. All right, so, ooh, man,
Order filled.
CL's really starting to punish us a bit. So let's see.
Order filled.
CL is starting to punish us. So we're in 12 CL lots. We're going to do trailing stops on CL because it shouldn't get up to here. It does get up to here, then we want to be out of the market. There's 3, 4, 9, and then there is 12. All right. Let's see. NQ's got back out our entry. Freaking fucking NQ. One of these trades I'm going to have to probably exit just because my risk is, hold on. We're on the same side of risk. It doesn't matter. What I mean by that is that these are correlated assets somewhat sometimes, and they're moving opposite, they're not moving opposite, but they're moving correlated opposite of each other. Although NQ is not participating here.
Stop filled.
What do we get stopped out of? Oh, ZB. Yeah, ZB's taking us out. That ZB trade's not working out in our favor the way we want it to. Well, we're in profit now on the CL trade, but the NQ trade's starting to punish us. I think we're going to get a pullback, a deeper pullback here on the NQ trade. Looks like we're going to get a deeper pullback there before it rips back up. Ooh, that might be a serious actual
Order filled.
a serious pullback. So I want to be a little bit mindful of this trade here on the NQ. Getting a little aggressive on that.
Order filled.
Giving the CL trade plenty of room to sell off there from the momentum indicator, and giving the NQ plenty of room to actually find support here. We do have our next zone down here, which is right around 3.5. It's probably where it's going, so it's probably where we need to scale into for this trade. So we're not going to get too aggressive on that. GC almost up to our target where we'll probably scale in for a sell. Going for it, maybe by the end of the stream here, within an hour, we can get up to 20, 30 Gs. Let's see. I don't really think that way. So once again, if you're new, you want to join Discord down below. That is the best place to get the most out of what we do. You can ask questions. You can also join Telegram. I do have a Telegram. Where are we at? There we go. We're back in profit on the actual, whatever that is, NQ. See if that holds up. See if that maintains. We'll see. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Who knows? There we go. Up about $2,000 on that trade right now. We'll see how that holds up. Hopefully the NQ, or not hopefully, looking for the CL to continue to sell off here in this zone. All right, these are invalid. We can remove these. Now what we should do is we should most likely just start putting in trailing stops so we don't lose money on this trade now. Because if it does pull back, we don't want to be in this trade anymore in the NQ. So we're in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then 14. Giving CL plenty of room, giving the NQ plenty of room. We're up about 4,700 on that trade, about 1,300 on the NQ trade. ZB's punishing us, not really, but all right. All of our trailing stops are in profit now on the NQ. Hopefully it doesn't pull back here at this range. Not hopefully, but if it closes above 379, then it's going to rip up and it's going to probably test 394.
Stop field.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't pull back too deep. We get to stay in that trade for some. There we go. I know it's hard to see the profit and everything, but you can see the trade as it's working out. If you have any questions, feel free to ask questions. I will answer them. If you have specific charts you want to look at when the market calms down a bit, I can look at them. Waiting for the tag of 1409, 1410 or so. There we go. CL's working in our favor. You can see on CL.
Stop field.
I mean, you can't see, but you should be able to see. So we're still in 12 lots. Up about 4,900. We're up about 1,800. I should probably on CL just to protect that position, or not protect the position, but just might as well just put all my stops with real close to my entry. No reason to lose money on that trade anymore. Things are starting to calm down a little bit volatility wise. I think our targets are still accurate as far as what the system tells us. Once again, trading my system, highly effective system, been trading it since 2018, been profitable trader since 2017, 2018, around that range. Where are we at? For those that are new, just joining. It stalled a little bit there. We did expect to stall at that zone. It tried to take out 380. If it takes it out, it's going to go up to 395. See if we can stay in. We're still in 12. Oh no. 8. We're still in 8 lots on the NQ, sorry. And then we're in 12 lots in the CL. We need one more rip down on CL, and then we're probably going to hit that level 71.05. That's our next reaction zone, I think. Yeah. 71.05 is our next reaction zone on CL. That's what we're targeting for the downside move. See if that happens. Looks like we're going to get taken out of the NQ trade here. We do have the 9 o'clock hour, so we do have increased volatility that we expect. We just have the 9 o'clock close, first half hour. I call it the initial balance. I know the initial balance in TPO is generally the first 60 minutes, but I like to call opening range the first 60 minutes, and the initial balance is. Explain why you're trading gold starting from a resistance zone sell instead of going into a buy to the RZ. Is it because you think the R2 is stronger after a bet? I'm trading what my system says is a reaction zone. So that's the answer. The simple answer is why am I selling that is because I should explain why you're trading gold starting from a resistance zone sell. Well, my system says that momentum is long in gold, and that what I should be doing is buying up to that sell zone at 1987. And then when it hits 1987, I expect at least a reaction up there. And our system trades around reactions. Our system predicts reactions. Our system trades momentum. The market's moving. I want to be with it. I want to be pulling capital from the market. My system's an always-in system, meaning that it's really designed to be always in a trade. You should always be in a trade. And I know that's contrary to what people said. I watched a YouTuber the other day. He said, I wait for weeks to enter a trade. He was so proud of it. Like he was like, I don't know, like this Spartan warrior, just so stoic and waiting for weeks for the perfect trade. I'm like, time is money, man. What the hell are you waiting for weeks to do a certain trade? I'm like, the market gives you opportunities every second of the day. Design a system that allows you to take advantage of that. So that's what my system does. My system is an always in system. If the market's moving, we want to be part of the move. We want to be pulling capital from the market. That's really what it's about. We're only in 6 lots on the NQ. Damn it, Jim. I'm only in 6 lots. We got knocked out of some of that stuff on some of that pullback there. All right, we're in 6 lots. So far, we're only up about 11 grand today. We've got $6,000 in open profit. So we're up about, if we were to cash out right now. Okay, reaction zones equal resistance zones. No. Not really, but sort of. I'm not trying to, so reaction zones equal resistance zones, and you always stay in momentum up and down, doesn't matter, correct? Yeah, so yes, a resistance area would be a reaction zone, but that's too simplistic for how the market works. If you use just standard support and resistance, you're going to lose money every single time. So what I teach and how I teach and what we trade, what our alphas trade is an advanced form of support and resistance, which, yes, is a form of a reaction zone. And then we don't care which direction the market goes. We don't really care. We just want to be with the market when it's moving. So we don't care if it's moving up or down. We use our bias indicator to tell us whether or not we should be bias long or bias short. And then we use our momentum indicators to tell us what direction momentum's moving. And then we want to trade with momentum. We could care less about the direction of the market. We really don't care. I only trade charts. I don't trade anything else. I don't trade fundamentals. I do trade around known news events. So for instance, earlier today, if you were in Discord, you saw that I was trading around the jobless claim reports. I only did 4 lots, but we made about 4 grand on that trade. So it's not a bad trade. You know, what we do here is we do no BS trading, really. I try to distill all the BS that I see out there from, I don't really try. I just don't, I don't parrot the same thing that you see out there in other books and everything else. So yeah, reaction zone is a would you consider a resistance zone? I mean, that's pretty common. I mean, obviously, if you see a level in the market and the market hits there, you expect some kind of reaction. And for those that are new, a reaction is, it could be a 1 minute reaction. It could be a 30-second. It could be a big move. It could be a small move. The key is that the system that I developed and that I trade, that you see me trading, predicts on a chart where price is going to react. And then you trade around those reaction areas. It's really that simple. It doesn't get any more complex than that. And then, you know, then it's all psychology. So right now we're hitting a reaction zone on the NQ. So we'll be selling this here as it gets up here. The more it gets above 1410, we'll be more interested in selling. So, all right. So it hit our zone. We'll reverse. So we reverse the NQ. Now we're going to start selling the NQ. So you can see there I reversed. We probably reversed a little bit early just because we didn't get the signal, but it did hit our zone that we were expecting. So like I said, we reversed probably a little bit early. I always tend to do that. But getting knocked out of our CL trade. We're up about 16,635 so far for the day. ZB, I probably should get out of this ZB trade. This does not look to be doing well for me. So we'll get out of ZB. There we are. We're still in 6 lots on the CL as it's continuing to sell off. We'll modify one of our trailing stops, put it a little bit above the RDA on chart 2. We're in profit on 6 lots on the NQ so far here on this sell. We'll see. This is the first reaction. We do have another zone right here around 1435 that we need to watch for, so that's why I'm selling up there. So right now we're up about 540 on that trade. Once again, what did it do? It hit right around 1410. It reacted. This is a reaction. This is a prime example of a reaction. This is a fade trade, so you want to take profits quick. That's why we're taking 2 off right now. And then I have my trailing stops in actual profit. I know it's hard to see. If we went to the 1 minute chart, you can, oh, no, you can't see it. Sorry. Thought you could. I mean, I know it's hard to see with TradingView because TradingView in its infinite wisdom likes to think that you want to block all your positions with all these stupid labels here because they don't know how to properly design a UI for trading. But hey, you know, what do I know? I'm just a trader. I can tell that they don't use their own system to trade, because if they use their own system to trade, they would change things. They would modify things because they don't make sense. So as we go here, we're only in 4 lots there on the NQ. That's the first reaction. So far, the first reaction's reacting as we expect. We did have a little bit of an overshoot on 1410. So it got up to about 1415. But remember, this isn't exact. It's a zone. We're up about... Come on, man. Oh, look at that. CL's continuing to sell off. We're up about 2,900 on that trade. Not bad. I think what we could maybe do, if we want to just baby it a little bit, is we could do 2 lots and just maybe maximize some of our profit there. And then just allow enough room for each individual profit to kind of take us out. We're in 4 lots on the NQ. We'll see on that pullback. We'll see whether or not 371 and 355 will be buy zones. But right now it's momentum long. We did do a fade trade there. I'll see. I might reverse this trade here on the NQ if it gets down to a reaction zone. Probably down to 344. I might reverse it. Look at that. We got stopped out of one of the actual CL trades. CL positions. There we go. NQ's working out in our favor. Up about $1,500 on that trade. We got the RDA in chart 2. So that's what the NQ's doing. I anticipate we're going to be taken out of this trade here if the RDA holds up. RDA in chart 2 on the NQ. How's everybody trading today? Hope everybody's trading well. We're doing good so far. I mean, we're up, what, 17,000 so far. Got about 2,600 in open profit. Volatility has calmed down a bit.
Stop filled.
There we go. We got stopped out. As I said, we probably should reverse.
Order filled.
So I reversed the NQ trade. We'll look to go up, and then we're going to look to sell up above the high again, right around the RDA. So we'll look to sell up here. That's kind of what we're looking to sell.
Order filled.
This is a little aggressive trade here on the NQ because we're kind of at the tail end of that move. So I'm not going to get too aggressive on my entries. We'll maybe go up to 6 lots. But beyond that, I'm not going to give it a lot of room to play around. It's either going to work out in our favor here real quick, or it's not. It held the RDA on the pullback. So that was the best entry, was the RDA. But we'll see. Like I said, I reversed. We were short, and then we're long. Short, then we're long. Like I said, the system, we don't care. We really don't give a crap what direction the market moves, up or down. We just want to be with it when it moves. One of these days, I should just day trade Forex, just for the hell of it, just to show that it's easy, just as easy as day trading futures. Crypto's just as easy. I mean, the system works in everything. You know, I'm no longer bashful about how awesome the system is that I created. So, I'm pretty proud of the system. Let's look at the NDX. NDX has hit a reaction zone. We have another reaction zone right here on the NDX. So it's going after this alpha, and it's going after 1456. So that's where it's going after. So let's not sell this yet. Let's sell this up a little bit higher. I think it's going to continue up. The target it wants to hit is up to this next momentum indicator and the next candle, but we don't want to give it a lot of room. So here's the thing. If the RDA holds, bam. It didn't pick me up on the RDA. 2, 4. Oh, good idea on trading Forex. If you right click on the chart and go to the chart settings, trading orders, position alignment, you can select right center. Yeah, I know, but that doesn't help. So thanks, O'Keefe. Thanks. That still doesn't help with the labels and stop losses. So I've tried that multiple times. Or I tried multiple settings on TradingView to try to get it to do what we want. There we go. I was responding to someone that asked about how to, what's the best way to get started. For me, if you don't want to join, if you want to become an alpha, then the best way is just go to my YouTube channel. I have over 250 videos there. There's playlists. They're a little bit more organized, so you can go through and kind of see stuff. Looks like it's going to fail here. It really looks like it's going to fail. It's hard to say. I'm going to give it plenty of room, though. We're in 6 lots. We'll give it room. Give the NQ room. Up about $300. CL's is using that level, strangely. The 7202 level. If it breaks 7202, then I'm pretty confident that it's going to go down to 71.03 around that area. NQ's being a little bit stubborn on rising up. Let's give it a little bit more room on one of these trailing stops. We'll risk about $800,000 on that trade there. Let's look at the Bitcoin 5-minute chart. Well, it's trying to recapture momentum, recapture the VWAP, hold the daily open. Where is it at? It's below the weekly open. How can I tell that? See all these red triangles? That tells me that we're below the weekly open. We're below the current week open. Current week open is right here, right around 27,129. That's probably the target. So I would be long on Bitcoin right now with a target of a weekly open test is what I would be long on if I was trading the Bitcoin. That's what our system says. Bam. All right, time to go get some coffee. It's coffee time, man. What's up, Rex? I don't know where my little buddy is.
Stop field.
We went out for, so Rex and I yesterday, we went out for a drive. I just wasn't feel like doing anything, so I picked Rex up. I said, let's go, buddy. Let's go for a drive. We found one of the biggest dog parks I've ever seen. This dog park is huge. I was just driving around. Kind of a new area of that I haven't really driven around a lot. We found this huge dog park. Rex does not like other dogs. I can tell you that right now. He really doesn't like people either. So he's kind of very particular about people and dogs. He does not like other dogs. That's what I learned at the dog park. Other dogs were really interested in Rex. Other people were really interested in Rex. But Rex was not interested in them. Then we just kind of drove around, went to Dairy Queen, went to a chicken spot. I found a new chicken spot. The chicken spot's pretty good, actually. So we were just driving around and smelled chicken. I looked over and there's this little chicken spot on the corner in one of these kind of strip malls. And I said, you know what? Let's stop and get some chicken. So we stopped and got some chicken. We're going to get knocked out of that CL trade. So we're up about 18 G's.
Stop field. Stop field.
You're punishing me, CL. What are you doing that for, man? We're going to short you again. Just going to short you again up here. So We'll short CL again up here if it gets up here. If it doesn't, we're going to miss this trade most likely. NQ is pulling back. NQ is starting to stall. So the question is, does it want to close above the RDA on the actual NQ? Or does the NDX, or is the NDX in control? Is the NDX in control? I believe probably the NDX is in control, and I believe we're probably going to go and test at least 1452 on the NDX. At least. And then there might be a minor pullback, and then we've got the weekly open and target. So we'll look at some of the underlines. Maybe that might give us some clue. Damn it. Not aggressive enough on CL. So I need to make a decision on CL. I think we do a participation, or we do a trade here. And then we do an additional 2 here. And then we do 2 for. Let's do another 2 here. This is where we'd really want to be. Getting knocked out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We'll do a protective stop right up here on CL. That's our protective stop. We'll move it a little bit closer. And then we're only in 4 lots on the actual NQ, up about $1,400. Open profit is right around 19,000 or so. Not bad for the day so far. Not bad for the morning. Not a bad morning. Pull 19K from the market. What do y'all think? So that's where we're at right now. 19,303. Bam. All right, I'm going to go get some coffee and find that little dog. Oh, man, we're getting knocked out of the NQ. Hold on, I can't go get coffee yet. Got to stay in this NQ trade. Where would we want to enter if we wanted to re-enter with the potential of a higher upside? Without getting too aggressive, this would be our first position. This would be our second position, and then we would get heavier down here. Then we would get really heavy right here. That's our positions. The question is it going to sell off? It looks like it's going to maintain the momentum, so we're not going to get too aggressive. We'll do one more here. A little bit lower. All right, that's where we're at. ZB, GC is almost hitting our sell. We'll sell. Like I said, we should have bought up there, but I can only, when I'm streaming, I can't focus on all 4 charts as effectively as I can when I'm not streaming. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, I'm going to go get some coffee. Oh, man, we're not in the NQ trade. Should we be in this NQ trade? Yep.
Order filled.
We'll do a participation trade there just because it did hold the RDA on chart 2. And it also held the momentum check on actual chart 4. So we are still targeting, what we're using for our control is really the NDX. We're looking at really a 1455, a 1458 test on the NDX. And then we'll correlate that to the NQ. That's what we're doing. It does look like it has the appetite to do that, but it has to recapture the RDA. That's one thing. What that would mean is possibly it might mean that we would be on the extreme band on chart 3. I'll share this. I'll share all my pictures. I'll share the 4 chart setup. You're only seeing 3 charts because you obviously see the 5-minute chart. That's part of our 4 chart setup. Where is my thing? How come it's not showing it? There it is. So you can see here, this is our 4 chart setup. And then I would say this extreme band here is probably what we're targeting. And then we don't want to see a close above the RDA. We don't know yet whether or not the sell-off is going to continue. So if you look at the daily of the actual NDX, you'll see what it's doing, what it's trying to do. It's pretty obvious what it's trying to do. It's trying to hold the momentum indicator. And then obviously we've got right around that 1457 with the lines with another key level on the chart. So that's what I'd say it's going for right now, 1457, the NDX. And that's the thesis that we're trading for on the NQ. We did not get picked up on more than 2 lots on CL. So the question is, do we want to get more aggressive with CL?
Order filled.
And the answer is I did. So we don't want to get too aggressive yet, though. There we go. All right. And we'll see. CO, I'm still targeting. It still maybe appears that it's going to go to 71.02 or 71, even right around that range. All right, let's go get some coffee and find the little dog. Where you at, Rex? Something to get you, man. Here I come. You can't hide, little homie. Fucking squirrel, man. Squirrel. That's good, just raw. Raw. Alright, there we go. We got some pullback. We're only in 2 lots on the NQ. Come on, man. Gotta be bigger than that. Alright, buddy, I'm gonna find you, and then you're gonna guard the house. I'm gonna guard the domicile. What are you doing in here, homie? What are you doing in here, huh? Wanna go outside? Ready? I'm gonna put you outside, man. You're gonna do your duty. You're gonna guard the house. You take out all the bad guys. Take out all the zombies, man. I know I got it. I got my strap. Gotta load the AR. Okay. All right, we're back. Not much has changed, I can see.
Order filled.
We're in 4 lots there on the NQ. So any questions anybody has about trading, anything I can answer? Market slowed down a little bit. Right now we're up about 19,694. Not a bad day, not a bad morning to be up about 20 grand for the morning. You know what I've been doing? I was talking to someone yesterday, and I just said, you know, it's going to sound crazy, but really what you kind of have to learn sometimes with your trade system when you develop a trade system is be stupid. And when you develop a trade system that has edge and it allows you to pull capital from the market, sometimes it feels just too easy, and then you want a challenge, but sometimes you should just be stupid. So for instance, today is a prime example where I'm just being stupid. I'm just trading momentum. I'm trading what chart 2 and chart 4 is telling me, and I'm just being stupid. I'm just buying when the system tells me to buy, and I'm just managing the trades accordingly. So I know it sounds kind of dumb to say,
Stop field.
or dumb.
Stop field.
There we
Stop
go.
field.
So we got all knocked out of that trade for barely any profit. We will buy this pullback here. We're not going to get too aggressive based on how it's pulling back. So we're going to sell it.
Order filled.
Going to sell it 1, 2 here, and then we're going to sell it here. See if we can do a quick scalp on a deeper pullback on that. But it might just hit this indicator here, but we are expecting maybe a deeper pullback down to 369. So that's what we'll reverse. So we're not going to get too aggressive because it is a fade trade. I might have wished that I bought that here. We'll find out here in a second. Might have wished I might have bought that, but we'll find that out here in a second. We don't know that quite yet. If that's the case, you'll see me reverse pretty quickly. CL wise, we probably can reset that trade now that we're kind of in profit on that. And we're only in 4 lots. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put our trailing stops right around. All right. Now we have to make a decision. It's kind of not the best trade here on CL as far as shorting, given what it just did. But we'll call the bluff for now.
Order filled.
Calling the bluff that it's not going to rise. It's going to go down first.
Order filled.
So we'll see. I could be wrong, obviously. The right trade is to go long here, though. This is the wrong trade. Ah, ha, 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 yeah, see? My style beats your style. Reversed. I was wrong. Fine. I was wrong. Friggin' market wants to prove me wrong. We'll see, though. It might pull back here. I might be wrong again. So someone asks on TradingView, I have a question for you. On bond futures chart, if you zoom in a bit on the 1 hour chart, I see a channel. For me, the upside target would have been much higher. The momentum appears to be up. So my question is, what made you decide briefly to short it? Thanks. Well, right here, so this, I felt that it was going to come back and test our momentum indicators, and it didn't do that. That's what made me briefly short it. The best short is right here, is what's called the elbow trade. So that's the best short, is right here, 12.707. And then also this little teal line that you see here, this is a free indicator that you can find on TradingView. It's called Rex Dog, I don't know, Crack Rock? I don't know, not Crack Rock. I don't know where the hell that came from. Rex Dog key levels. So this includes, that's the previous day VWAP close. That's what that is. That's a reaction zone. Once again, so for those that are wondering, what's the power of the trade system that I trade? Power of the trade system that I trade is it predicts reaction zones on a chart. And then you trade around reaction zones. And yeah, reaction zones are a VWAP. VWAP's a reaction zone. When price comes out of the VWAP, you expect it to react there. If price is above the VWAP and it's above so an example is the price has been above the VWAP all day and then it pulls back and it comes back and tests the VWAP. What do you expect when it hits the VWAP or it gets around the VWAP zone? You expect a reaction. Now, how big that reaction is, who knows? But you can almost guarantee every single time there's going to be a reaction. It happens time and time again in the market. That's what the system does. We just reverse engineer reaction and momentum, and we trade momentum and reactions. I'm a little sad, though, because I was going to be about 20 G's, and now I'm not 20 G's. Actually, if I get out right now, I'd be around 20 G's. So it's a little sad state of affairs that we didn't breach 20 G's and locked in profits. Profits in the bank. There we go. Did that answer your question? And let's look at ZB a little bit closer. So let's do that. Let's look at the 1 hour chart and let's specifically do some technical analysis on ZB. That's a good thing. And you'll notice on ZB what I do on all these is I go to the on my okay, what the hell? On my list is perpetual futures. So I use perpetual futures for charting, but you can't trade perpetual futures. It's just something to keep in mind. I don't know why. Well, I know why I don't have ZB here, because I just added ZB. So let's go to the 60-minute. Bam. So here's the other reason why. So see, the other reason why I sold on the 60-minute, because you can't see the three charts. The four charts the four chart setup. This yellow line is what's called the RDA. It's what we call the RDA. It's the Rex Dog average. It's another free indicator. Man, look at that sell-off in CL. Look at that. Look at that sell-off in CL. We did get knocked out of one of the trades, so I should have been heavier. Didn't I call it? I called it that it's going to go down to 71, but I didn't trade it with conviction. Well, we're going to trade this with conviction. We're going to just be dumb. We're going to be stupid. We're just going to be stupid traders, and we're just going to trade our system as it tells us to trade it. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to try to be smarter than our system. We're just going to trade our system. All right, so if I go back to ZB, so the RDA is a reaction zone. You see it reacted there. I thought it might fail there. This is the first. So generally, in trading, the first test is the best, meaning that the first time that a reaction zone is tested, it's the best reaction. Sometimes there's other factors in that as well, but it's trying to recapture the RDA. The other thing it might be going for, at a minimum, it's probably going for this level here, which is a previous VWAP. That's why I said the best sell area is right here. So we should be selling that. We should almost be entering the sell right now, just so that we participate in the trade right now. So we'll do one here,
Order filled.
do one here, and then we'll do one here. So we'll see. We'll see if we get picked up on these other trades. And Q is starting to punish us a little bit.
Stop filled.
Do we buy this?
Order filled.
Well, market says buy, so we'll buy it. 1, 2, 3. So for those that are wondering, how do I manage my trades? Usually it's trailing stop losses. You notice all these are just trailing stop losses in the market. That's all they are. Trailing stop losses. So most of my trades are managed by trailing stop losses or fixed stops or protective stops. So when I'm entering the position, I might have a protective stop. Cool. Thanks for the question. We're in 5 lots on the NQ.
Order filled.
Okay, I don't know why I did that. Getting picked up on CL. So we're kind of dinging our CL position a bit.
Order filled.
And then the next is CL. So I think we're still targeting the same CL range as before. But we're entering at key areas. So then we get a little bit heavier there. Really? That doesn't seem possible. I don't think TradingView allows me to play music. So I would play some music, but TradingView doesn't allow it. But YouTube will just give you a strike. I don't care about that. I don't care about not being able to monetize my videos. I did test monetizing for a while just to see what happens. So I did monetize videos for a while just to kind of see, like, hey, what happens if I monetize videos? I mean, I don't get enough views for it to be worthwhile anyways. Plus, I don't really care.
Stop filled.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Yeah. I think we
Stop
reverse
filled.
here.
Order filled.
This is the time I think it's going to break. So I reversed on the NQ and we went short. Look at that. That was good to add to the CL position. We're in only 4 positions, so we didn't get picked up on all of them. So these are invalid now. Now we can just put our trailing stops and see if we can ride it down to 71. Maybe we'll get an opportunity to ride this down to 71. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. Damn, I love the system. I love the system I developed. It's freaking awesome. This fade trade on the NQ is probably going to hurt us here. So I'm going to give it a little bit of room. We're only in 4 lots, but it might punish us a bit for trying to fade the market. Come on, CL. Continue to go, man. Go to the next level. Go to your next level at 71. Stop playing around. NQ held the RDA again. Damn it. Well, not yet, but we'll see. ZB is not selling off yet, but I anticipate if it gets up there, it's going to sell off. So there we go. NQ is selling off. Quick fade trade. We'll reverse, I'm sure. I'd like to see a deeper pullback on this bad boy.
Order filled.
Down to 379. That's what I'd like to be part of. Got knocked out of, I don't know what we got knocked out of. Oh, we got added a ZB trade. Oh, sorry I wasn't on Discord. Hey, yeah. Hey, Ninja Trader Shark, you're back, man. Oh, I'm not in active trading. People, remind me, if I'm not in Discord audio, remind me to get on Discord audio because there's no latency there. Okay, there we go. We got a zone there. We should take some profit.
Order filled.
So we took some profit just because it's at a reaction zone. I do anticipate it probably will take us out of this trade here on the NQ. That would be where we'd mono reverse possibly. Yeah.
Order filled.
So we reversed. We're long now. Not going to fight momentum. We're going to give it one opportunity to pull back and to recheck the lower side. And then if it does close below 397 on chart 2, then we'll reverse and we'll go down to the next level. Pretty simple there. Come on, CL. I should be heavier in CL given that I do have conviction that it's probably going to go down to 71, but it's not getting there quick enough. Yay, yay. As Cube said. Isn't that Cube? I think Cube says yay, yay. Come on, man. Only 2 lots. Damn.
Order filled.
Anybody has any questions? It looks like...
Filled.
Ooh, where did we get stopped out of? Getting stopped out of the CL trade for not maximizing our profit. I will short it again up the RDA.
Stop filled.
Yeah. No.
Order filled.
All right, we finally breached 20K. Sweet. We're ballers now. Only in 3 lots on the NQ on that pullback. Should have been a little bit more aggressive on that entry. We'll just see if we can slowly scale into this. Not too aggressive. Just give it a little bit of room.
Stop filled.
So CL got knocked out of that trade. So if it really wants to try to test the upside, it's going to go up to 72.19. So that's kind of where we're, yeah. So that's where it's going. That's why I reversed on that CL trade. I was like, well, it looks like it wants to test up, kind of fake out the market. So So that's why I reversed on that.
Order filled.
Now I'm short again on CL, and then we're going to short CL up to 72.28. See if we get picked up on some of these. Just kind of being stupid again. That's what I mean by that. Is stupid as far as targeting the system. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Order filled.
Oh man, we're only in 3 NQ trades. Only up 1,300 on that trade. Well, don't want to take a loss on it, so we'll put some trailing stops in there. We're only in three lots. On the NQ, we are targeting the same area. On the NDX, if we go to the 1 hour, targeting our same area, right around this zone. So we'll wait for it to get up there, and then we're going to sell probably pretty heavy. Let's see where we're at. Only in 2 lots, again on CL. I think we'll add 1 more lot. Make sure we're in 3.
Order filled.
Yes. Well, we're only in 3 lots. That's all we were able to secure on the CL trade, or on the NQ trade. And we're waiting for that target to hit on the NDX. It's got a little bit more to go, so we'll give it a little bit more room. Next impulse up. It's probably going for the weekly open. That's probably where it's going. It's way too close not to want to hit that. So I think that's what we focus on. And that's, yeah. So it's definitely going for a weekly open test. So I think we buy any pullbacks. I just think that we just do that. Just operate dumb. That's what the momentum's telling us. That's what the charts are telling us. Chart 4 is our control. Ah, look at that. We did not get picked up. Look at that. So the question is gold going to fail right there before it takes out this level? Or is it, it doesn't look like it's going to fail. I mean, the one thing we could do is we could buy gold on the pullback right here. 1976. For a deeper pullback fake out, then it would go back up. That's kind of what we're looking for there. What do we get picked up on? ZB, another ZB trade. So ZB, we haven't got the true signal on ZB yet, whether or not it's going to sell off. So it might be going for the weekly open at 127.26 spot 26. It might be going for that. Look at me. I sound like a trader. I'm cool. We're only in 3 lots on the NQ, damn it. Jim, we're only in 3 lots there. We're in 3 lots on ZB. Relatively light trading right now. I'm just waiting for decent pullbacks. I don't like, okay, why is this? Let's show that. Bam, bam. There we go. No, recaptured that VWAP. Momentum. Oh, man. We'll have to just buy around this pullback if it pulls back here.
Order filled.
Got picked up on another ZB trade. Another bond trade. I want to see it sell off here shortly. needs to sell off quicker than later. I mean, our position's decent. Our basis, I just don't like that it's continuing to move up and it's not reacting at the zone that I would expect it to react at. CL is pulling back, or not CL, but NQ. So does look like it's going for that weekly open. It's got a lot of work to do though. I think it's going to fail before it gets there. It's going to fail here, right around 1447. So that's what we want to watch on the NQ. I don't need this on this panel. Or on the NDX, sorry, on the NDX. We look at the 5. Yeah, the 5 correlates to this. Yeah, so this zone is what we're really watching right here. This zone right here. That's what we're watching, so we can go back to the 5. That's the zone we're watching. I want it to get up there, and then we'll do a pretty heavy sell, most likely.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Sorry, I'm not showing my trades. I was commenting, talking to someone. So CL's moving a little bit higher than we want, but that's fine. We expected it to kind of go up to this next range using chart 4. Chart 4 is our control. So we're in our position. We're in 5 lots. Probably add one more here and then add a couple more above. CL's starting to stall. We're in decent profit there in 3 lots with 1,800. So I'm going to take one off.
Order filled.
Just to book some profit. If we get picked up on a pullback, we get picked up on a pullback. So, but I wanted to book some of that profit. So we're looking to get, okay, so CL did at least move initially in our direction. Yeah, going good. So where am I at P&L wise? We'll share the P&L. Up about 20 grand for the day, 20,700. This is where we're at with open profits. So we're up at 20,736 for the day. We're have open profit of of 1200 and then negative 200 and negative 300. So, I think we'll end the stream here in a little bit, probably right around 25 to 30K. Ideally, that's what we'd want to do. Great to have you here again. Yeah, I'm just being stupid today. I'm just trading my system. I'm not trying to overthink it. I'm not trying to be smarter than it. I'm just being stupid. I'm literally just being stupid. I spent pain, blood, sweat, and tears to develop the system. I don't remember what the P&L was yesterday. Wasn't it like 30 something or 20 something? I don't remember the exact P&L. 23. I don't remember. I can look. I'll look. Bam. We're only, so I guess I shouldn't have took profit on that NQ trade. We're in 5 lots in CL. We are looking, ZB is punishing us a little bit on this trade. CL, we'll see what CL is trying to do. Maybe CL is trying to go for the daily open, so that's something we need to be mindful of. Just be mindful of that. Yeah. Thanks. I've really focused on not fighting my system and trade it. The main money maker for me this morning, it's always NQ, usually, just because I traded heavier. But I've done pretty good. I mean, let me look and see. Hold on. I gotta... Okay. There we go. My main money maker. Shake your money maker. I need soundboards. I just need soundboards. I need to invest time in reintegrating my soundboards. Where's the breakdown? Isn't there like a breakdown? So I found 15 different online trade journals, and I'll go through them. I mean, there's only 3 or 4. So Glock asks, would you explain how chart 4 is the control? Yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm going to show you chart 4. Bam. See that? That's chart 4. See how it's maintaining its recaptured momentum, and it's so pretty much being a stupid meat robot of the system. You just buy every pullback to momentum or bias on chart 4. Chart 4 is the control because it's obvious that now it's the system or the chart or the market, however you want to describe it, is adhering to the reaction zones of chart 4. So chart 4 is our control as far as, okay, when it pulls back to our momentum indicators, then we look at chart 2 for an entry. And we use chart 2 for our entry, and then we correlate that to the other charts that we have in our system, which is, the two other charts, and we say, okay, does this correlate to what we see in our system? As far as, is it plausible that this pullback is going to hold up? Chart 4, since this time here, which is right around 8:50, 9:50 market time, has been momentum and bias long. Since then, chart 4 has maintained and been a all the red channel lines. Those are the red channel lines are ATR momentum bands, and what those do is they help us understand the strength of momentum on fast momentum. So you'll see that on every one of my charts, the red bands. Those help you understand. You notice how like it's just riding the upper red bands, and then it never closes below. The way you have to look at these red bands is that, look, it's a lagging indicator because it's based on a lagging indicator. Yeah, chart 4 is not even a time frame. Chart 4 is a tick. Renko, we are testing Renko charts, but the problem with Renko charts are not as reliable as tick charts. We are working on something. I'm just not going to talk about it yet. But we are working on something. So yeah, the tick charts are tick charts. They're not time charts. And I've said this many times before, and I'm going to say it again. If you want a true superpower in trading, you will find a way to take time out of your trade system on at least one of your charts. Adam P, did I answer your question on the red lines? Those are ATR bands based on our fast momentum indicator, and it helps us measure fast momentum on the chart. I'm trying to figure out how I get Glock. I'm trying to figure out how I get. There's a trade way to get the breakdown of profit. I just don't remember how to do it because I'm stupid. There's a way to get breakdown of profit by like traded asset. I just don't remember how to do it. You know, I have these weird sayings that I have heard, and I don't know where sometimes I get some of these sayings. Oh, there we go. ZB's working out in our favor so far. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, so the position history. We're in profit on everything. It's always good. It's easier to manage a trade when you're in profit. Yeah, I'm in the position, but what it doesn't tell you is it doesn't tell you oh, you just learned about futures. But Glock, you've been on our stream before, and you just learned about futures yesterday. And you need to dive into futures. Futures is awesome. I'm telling everybody, you know, if you're not trading futures and you have the ability to day trade or even swing trade, futures is where it's at. Capital wise, capital allocation wise, margin wise. You know, once again, don't listen to anything I say about trading because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a financial advisor. But if I were to become a trader, I would look at futures first. That's just kind of what I would share from my non-expert advice. Yeah, so I can see the amount. Maybe it's... Whoa, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh. ZB's punishing us a little bit. Not really, but I mean. Well, you can get a feel for this based on this. Is there anything in here that I would reveal that I don't want to reveal? 1 second. I don't believe. So there you can get a feeling for how I've traded today. So you can see I did 270 on NQ, 33, 12, and then GC 1. So GC, we need to catch up, man. Damn, look at that NQ, man. It continues to just be a boss. Look at that. It continues to just go. I should have just been stupid and just bought it. All right, let's look at the NDX. Let's see if we're going to get to our zone. We're in our zone. We're almost there. We're going to wait for a tap there, though. Let's look at the 1 hour. Let's see what time it is. It's 10 o'clock, so we do expect this volatility. Okay, we're going to be selling this. But let's not sell too quick like I usually do. Let me give it a little bit of time. So let me do this. Let me wait for a tap of that mix 200 there. Still saving. So you said I watched a lot of Oliver Wells and your stuff, and now it all clicked for me. You know, I don't know who Oliver Wells is. I'll check him out. But if you're putting me in the same, or if, this is going to sound arrogant, if I'm in the same sentence as Oliver Wells, then we probably align with our thinking and how we trade, or how we like to teach to trade the market. Probably no BS approach. All right. Reversed on the NQ. So I think we're in our zone.
Order filled.
We're going to start selling. I know we're early. I'm always early, man. I'm always early on my fades. Fade trade. If you do not have your fade card, what do? You do not fade. We do not talk about fade club. Rule number 2. If you don't have your fade club, you don't fade. Or your fade card, you don't fade. Master momentum trades first. And then when you master momentum trades, then fade trades will open up to you. The world will become your oyster as far as fade trades. So I know it's tempting to fade the market because you can make profit quick. But what I would suggest is you do not fade the market until you have mastered momentum trades. And if you do fade the market, and if you want to go against my advice on that, you fade the market at very limited size comparatively to your account. Is it Oliver that you mentioned? Oliver Velez. Oh, Rex is barking. Time to get armed. You might need backup. Yep. All right. Ninja Trader Shark's fading with me too. So you got 2 people.
Order filled.
Yeah, and Ninja Trader Shark said, I'm with you on always being early. Yeah.
Order filled.
Rex, why are you barking? Hold on. I've got to
Order filled.
do a perimeter check. Barking shit. I don't know why he's barking at that. It's like, come on, man. All right, I'm back. Hit a quick perimeter check. Everything's good. Do I ever trade nat gas futures? Yes. Yes. But long term and swing trades. Streams a few weeks ago, you'll see me day trading nat gas. All right, there we go. We're in 7 lots on NQ. We are early. I don't know if we want to get heavier on this yet. I think we give it a little bit of time.
Order filled.
I want to trade from small to big count, starting with 1,000. I have some experience, but never had the time. Okay, there's a question on TradingView from, I'm not sure, I think it's Mai. I want to trade from a small to big account, starting with 1,000. I have some experience, but never had the time until now to get full into day trading. It will be a very hard mission, taking my probably a year to get to sufficient size if I'm consistent. I have a 1 to 200. Is that enough? So I don't know what you mean from a small. So starting with $1,000. Well, let's take out.
Order filled.
Sorry, I'm looking at the market here before I answer. All right, I need to get rid of everything I have on CL, put in my trailing stops here. And then I need to make sure that I'm not on the wrong side of this trade of NQ and it doesn't want to go. Because the one thing we're risking on the NQ is maybe it's just going to keep going and just test the weekly open. And maybe we're just wrong on this reaction zone here. The way to mitigate that is just, okay, we've got a basis position and then add our basis position at the next reaction zone that we see on the chart. The next reaction zone that we see on the chart is right around 14,504. So that's our next reaction zone. It's a little bit more than I'd like to stay with this trade on, but I'll stay committed. I'll stay committed to the short. Yeah, a little bit early there. So that's where we want to continue to add. Down about $2,000.
Order filled.
Let's see if we can add another one there. Okay. All right. So starting with $1,000, 63% profit. I'm making currently $10 to $30 with it a day. Feeling 200K is holding me back. Well, you should be making more than $10 to $30 a day on a $1,000 account, though, is my personal opinion. But I don't know what you're trading. I don't know your trade system. Here's the thing. I'm going to give the general advice. And keep in mind, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not an attorney. I know nothing about trading. Okay. So don't listen to anything about trading. I'm actually probably clinically insane. So you shouldn't listen to a clinically insane person about anything. But the way I would answer that question if I was asked that question and I wasn't clinically insane is that the only way to trade, or the way it functionally works, is you need to be trading multiple contracts in lots of 3 as quick as possible, right? So if I pull up, let me pull up this. So, and let's just do this here. I'm just going to write this out a little bit here, just so that we can kind of go on a little bit of a teaching thing here. Hopefully everybody's game for this. We'll do it over the GC chart because GC is not doing much, okay? I hate Apex. I'm just going to say that out loud. So, but I know a lot of people like Apex. But what I would, anybody listening, have you been able to withdraw money reliably, consistently from Apex as a profitable trader? That's all I would ask. So, and then point me to someone that has been able to reliably and consistently withdraw profits from Apex with no problems. I'd like to talk to that person. Okay, so let's say you start with $1,000, okay? $1,000. And let's say you're going to trade the MNQ, okay? So the MNQ, with $1,000, you could trade up to 9 lots easily on most brokers, okay? Trade up to 9 lots. Using the magic, I love to use the word the magic, using the magic scale-in number, that means you basically, here's what you want to get to as quick as possible. Let me redo this. Let me share this. So you want to trade in lots of 3. In lots of 3. Okay. Yeah, there's 2 prop firms that I'm testing right now that I probably will recommend. Yeah, you should be able to trade 9 lots from $1,000. See, this is where, like I said, for those that are new here, that are just joining me, look, why do 9 lots seems like a, I'm trying to be focused here. Okay, let me share why I say you could trade up to 9 lots. Sorry. So I'm going to say in lots of 3, up to 9 lots is the most you can enter on any given trade. Trading the MNQ, okay? You should be able to find a broker that allows you to do this day trading. 9 full lots. Yeah, you can do it. You can do 9 full lots on a $1,000 account in Tradeovate, I believe. Now, okay, here's the thing. Here's the rules for that, okay? Number 1, you only trade at the highest probability reaction zones, okay? That's the first thing. You use the magic scale-in ratio that we use. All right, let me manage our trades. So here we are. We're part of this trade. It's starting to sell off. It is a fade trade. We're in profit on everything, which is pretty great. I mean, it's always good to be in profit on everything, isn't it? Let me cancel my CL trades, and then we'll put in some trailing stops in CL. 5 lots. All right. There we go. Now this is a fade trade on NQ, so we do expect it to kind of do what it's doing. I'm typing. Oh, you can't see. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. You can't see where I'm typing. Oh, I apologize. I apologize. Okay. So I'll make sure you can see that here. So how do I do that? Isn't there like a notes thing on here? Thought there was a notes. There's a notes over here, isn't there? Isn't there a notes on TradingView? Because that will allow it so people can see. What are mines? Oh, okay. Data window. This. Isn't there a note? There's a way that you can write notes here. I don't remember how you do it. Sorry, I know I'm dumb sometimes about the platform. Well, let's just do this then. Instead of doing this, let's just do this. Let's do it right on the chart. Because, sorry, the reason why is people on TradingView can't see what I'm typing, and I want people to be able to see what I'm typing. So if we use this chart here, and we just use this here, and we go here. Whoa, there we go. 20. So, you know, at $1,000 MNQ in lots of 3, up to 9 lots, you only trade on the highest probability reaction zones, and you use the magic scale-in ratio. Now, why the magic scale-in ratio? Oh, notes are gone on TradingView. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Because the magic scale and ratio gives you one opportunity over 80% of the time to get out of the trade at break even or a little bit of profit. Okay. Now, I don't say that you should trade at 9 lots. You should just trade at 3 at first. But here's the thing. Here's why you want to be trading in multiple lots, because this is the way it works. And I'm going to actually go to our chart. I'm actually go to the actual trade that we're in right now, and I'm going to make it larger. Okay. So we're in a fade trade right now. Now if you do have your fade card and you're able to trade, then here's the way we would do this. Now, we've traded in lots of 3, have we not? We have 12 lots here. Okay. What's 12 divided by 3? It's 4. So what should we do? Well, here's what we should do. This is how you would manage your trades. Is number 1, we're hitting a reaction zone here. The first reaction zone that we actually have on the chart is right here. Okay. This is our first reaction zone. This is a fade trade. That's where our first profit should be, is right there. Now, the next thing that you should do is, if you trade in lots and 3s, what this allows you to do is to have 2 profit targets. On any trade that you do in our system, and I'm just going to talk our system, but I would suggest that you have this, you have 2 high probability profit targets. This first one's going to get hit. Here's the second probability target, which is right around 1457 right here. This is our second probability target. Okay. So this allows us to take profit along the way. It's enough profit where it covers our fees. It's at high probability reaction zones.
Order filled.
And then what we do with the remainder of the position is we trail our stops, and that allows us to have runners. Runners are your true account builders, because how this works, how true trading works, if you're actually trading a highly effective system, is your actual P&L, and I'm going to use the arrows for this, goes like this. You take a little bit of profit, or it's exactly what you're seeing unfold in this trade, which is you have profit level 1, right? And then, so you have a profit level 1, and that gets reached, and that's kind of where your P&L is at. And then maybe your next profit level gets hit, and then you increase your actual account balance by a little bit more. And then if you're fortunate enough, then you have a runner. See, the other reason why I suggest you trade in thirds, and why this is really important to adopt, because psychologically, it helps you deal with the psychological issues that you have in trading.
Stop filled.
Because psychologically, one of the hardest things is, okay, if you're only entering a trade and exiting at one position, you don't benefit from maybe those 30% of the times that you do catch a runner. See, every time you enter a trade, you think that you're in that winning trade. You think that you caught a runner. You think that, and this is what happened to my nephew on the small account challenge. He was in profit a lot of times, but he didn't take profit because with a small account, you only have 1 or 2 lots. And well, how do you determine where your take profit? So there is a question. How do you determine where your take profit 1 and 2 is? Well, it's simple. Your system will tell you. So you should have a trade system that tells you where your take profits are. That's really simple. Our system tells us that, okay, that reaction zone where we took our first profit was the first reaction zone. And then if we got, now it's moved up now. This is our next reaction zone. But you can see here, it reacted at that reaction zone and it found support. So this fade trade, this is why fade trades are harder to do, because fade trades, you're fading the momentum of the market. That's why fade trades are just ultimately harder to do, because you have to take profit quick and you can't expect that you have a runner. But this is how it works. Basically, see, once you're in profit, I'm allowing the trade to go against me here. If I had a small account like $1,000, I wouldn't allow this trade to go against me. But I would have only made that profit right there, and then my trailing stops would have took me out of the trade because my second target didn't get hit. So I would have just made minimal profit on this trade. But how it typically works is that basically you're going to have a series of trades like this, where basically you're going to grow your account, and then you're going to get fortunate and you're going to hit a runner. And then that runner is going to grow your account bigger. And then that's really this cycle when you trade in thirds is duplicated. If you don't trade in thirds, you can't benefit from the compounding aspect of having runners and managing yourself psychologically. I found that it's really hard to just do a trade and exit everything at one position and just have one target and just stick with it the whole time. I found the best way to do it is take profits along the way and then always leave enough for a runner to be in the market. And that's why with a $1,000 account, if you look at this, you could scale up to, why is there 13 drawings on here? You could scale up to nine contracts on that in a proper scale in. Is it risky? Yeah. But you could just do 3 or just do 6. But with a $1,000 account, you should be making at least $100 a day minimum. Minimum, you should be making $100 a day. Yeah, so I'll find out here as I test out the first prop firm how fade trades work. Yeah, so as quick as you can get to trading multiple contracts, you want to get to trading multiple contracts. And then you want to develop a actual trade system where you're able to benefit from taking profits along the way. Yeah, Canada is a little bit challenging with futures. Taking profits along the way and then always allowing for a runner, but not expecting a runner. That's the key. You want to have a trade system that allows you to participate in a runner, but that you don't expect a runner. So that's really the key aspect of it, is that you want to allow for a runner, but never expect it. All right, I'm watching the NQ. We're up about 24 grand today. Not bad. All right, let's look at the other charts. Yeah, and I know that seems a little aggressive on $1,000, that you should be making at least $100 a day. If I can hit 200K and I can lose 400K, I won't fail. Oh. I'm using, well, here. Here I'm using Trade08. But, you know, I'm also trading on Sierra chart. I'm also trading on another broker here that you guys can't see. I won't name that other broker yet, because I'm testing the broker and I don't really want to give them any props until I know whether or not this broker is good. ZB is working out in our favor so far. We're up about 281 on that 4 lots there. Yeah, some places don't have Trade08. This NQ trade is not, it's not losing momentum. So the more that this goes on like this, the more that something doesn't happen, the more likely that the opposite will happen. Ooh. All right, well, maybe it's still going to sell off. We're only in one CL trade left. We got knocked out of all those trades. We're still targeting that lower region, but it might come up a little bit higher. I'm watching chart 4 for CL, so I'm really looking to see whether or not this upper level here on CL is actually going to be what's going to be tagged. Looks like we're going to get knocked out of this trade here. So we're going to reshort it up here around 72.03.
Stop fill.
Yeah, we got knocked out of CL. ZB's not selling off as much as we want it to. It's holding that previous day VWAP. This is a fade trade. P&L check, just so everybody knows where we're at. This is where we're at P&L wise. We are up 24,249. 24,249. Not a bad morning so far. What's our open profit too? I don't know why it says initial margin 204%. That doesn't make any sense. CL, look at that sell-off, man. I am mad that I'm not with that. I should have just sold the RDA on chart 2. I'm trying to be too smart. Trying to be too smart. Damn it. Damn it. I hate missing trades, man. Hate missing trades that I see. Volatility picked up because we got the second close of the second hour of the close has closed, or the second hour of the market has closed. So we do see increase in volatility. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, NDX is going up to the next level, so we're going to continue to sell it up there. I shouldn't stick with this 9 lots. I should sell. I should reverse. I should have reversed the second that it held. Yeah, that's a little late to reverse now, so I'll trade myself out of this. There we go. Another 5 minutes. Going to react. Going to go up to the next zone.
Order filled.
Yeah, the Canadians have a challenge trading futures and stuff. And now they're trying to burn down the country with all these wildfires. Or these, forest fires. I don't want to chase this CL trade. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Guess we can see what's happening in the news cycle. Might as well just check it real, make sure there's nothing, make sure the world hasn't exploded. Tech meme. You know what? You know, this crypto thing, it's very obvious what this latest crypto move is by the SEC. I'm not going to say any more than that just because I just don't want to say any more than that. But there is more stuff like this. I'm just sharing you. Binance lawyers allege that SEC chair offered to serve as advisor to crypto company in 2019. I just so what can I share? There are more receipts. This is the first shot across the bow. It goes deeper than this. So they can continue to play their game, but I think, well, let me say it this way. I don't think that those in power truly understand the dynamic of how the world works today. So I think we'll see maybe, possibly, that the old way that power was wielded through governmental agencies is going to be challenged a bit. That's the extent of what I can really share. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, you're right. I saw that footage too, of all those fires starting at the same time. That's natural. That just happens in nature. All the time. Every wildfire that I've ever seen that's naturally created just started all at the same time within the same region. I've seen that happen many times.
Order filled.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't want to be called a conspiracy theorist, but that's the one good thing about social media nowadays is that if you can come across content that isn't doctored, it is providing opportunity for truth to get out there in different ways. Wow. Not really happy about the whole CL trade that I didn't get part of. You can see there I'm trying to chase that trade. I'm not chasing the trade, but nothing really on the news cycle that I see that's interesting. That's worth mentioning. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I wish I was more in CL. I'm only in one lot, and then we're still waiting for CB to sell off, and we're waiting for one of our entries on GC to pick up. Look at that. See, I told you. I mean, I didn't tell you. I told me. I knew where CL was going, and I didn't trade it effectively. I'm pissed off at myself. Well, once it breaches 71, we'll go long. So, might not get there right now. Okay, look at NQ. NQ's continue to hold up. I'm going to have to probably ditch this trade on NQ because it doesn't seem like it's going to sell off. Doesn't seem like it wants to sell off. I agree that the three-letter agency is a joke. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Well, NQ is not selling off. I'm going to stick with that trade for a little bit more. I'm going to give it one opportunity. I'm going to call the bluff on the move up. That's what we're going to do. But it's maintaining it's maintaining that momentum pretty well. The stream. All right, so if you're new here, the first thing you want to join Discord down below. I will share if you're ready to get started on one of the best speculation systems that exist on the planet. You can you can visit the website down below within the description, or you can send me an email, or you can on there there's a link that says get started now, or join Discord, send me a DM and say, hey, how do I get started? You just can't buy into our system. We want to talk to everybody before you get started. All right, so where are we at here? Crude is continuing the downward slope. We're still watching NQ. We want it to come down, and at least if it breaks this momentum indicator, then it's probably going to hit the next one at 14,438. So that's what we're watching for. All right. We're still waiting for this sell-off on NQ. Being pretty patient with it. ZB is holding that previous day VWAP, but I don't have high confidence that's going to hold that longer. I don't know. Maybe we'll hurt our P&L here on these trades. Wait, did we get knocked out of that CL trade? We did. We did get knocked out of that CL trade. Well, I'll enter again at the RDA check on chart 2. It's kind of where we're under, and then we're expecting maybe a sell-off into the sub 71 level. Then we'll go long. NQ is not selling off, but we're really patient with that trade, giving it plenty of opportunity to potentially sell off. Any questions? Let me make sure there's no questions. Kind of got distracted doing something else. Oh, okay. Sweet. Gold lost momentum, maybe short. I wouldn't short gold quite yet, but maybe. DX, DYX, or is that the DXY? Yeah. We can look at the DXY and see what's going down. DXY. It's silver, DXY. Holy crap. I didn't see DXY there. We're going to have to look at DXY. Yeah. DXY is kind of doing what we expect. Silver. I've been telling everybody for the last 2 years that every pullback I've been buying silver. Once again, right. So, oh, look at that. CL ripped down and went to our area. Whew, it's really beyond our area. So maybe it's going to the next zone. So maybe it's really selling off.
Order filled. Order filled.
There we are. The next zone, if it does want to hit the next zone, if that's where it's going, that is way down to 70 spot 40. That's pretty far for it to go. It might go down that far though. Ooh, man. Look at that. I should have been just selling that, not actually fading it. Not fading this move yet.
Order filled. Order filled.
ZB is starting to move too. Something must have hit. Some kind of trigger, because things are starting to get volatile around here, around these parts. I might CL, yeah, we might want to just abandon CL here.
Order filled. Order filled.
I should be trading the momentum on CL. But we'll see if it gives us an opportunity to get out at break even. Might hurt our P&L a little bit. Look at that. NQ's holding up. Now we're in negative profit on everything. The NQ I might want to possibly, or CL, sorry. CL I might want to dump here. Yeah, I should have dumped probably NQ earlier. We'll see. I might just get out of everything and restart over. Because obviously the market's moving in directions that I'm not in the right side of. Yeah.
Order filled.
There we go. I think CL's going to the next level, so I reverse that, which is going down to 70 spot 10. So, and then NQ we'll add to that. What is this? No one. What? Oh. Friggin' hate trading view. Stop trading view. Stop sending me a message every single tab. Every single day, I swear. Alright, well we dinged our P&L about 2 G's. Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to the next level. So I was off on that first level. And then we're right around 70 spot 11. And there we go. We'll start taking some profit on this.
Order filled.
And then we'll trail the rest of it. I mean, once it gets down to 70 spot 10, anything below that, like right around 69, right down here, right there on, okay, why is this open here? Right there is where we want to probably buy. There we go, CL. And then NQ is going back up. We'll call the bluff on that.
Stop filled.
First reaction on CL, I anticipate a decent reaction here. Did it tag? Yeah, did it go below that? It did. So we're going to reverse on CL here in a second. Especially if this level holds. Yeah, we'll reverse there.
Order filled.
And then we'll buy down here. There we go. We reversed on CL. Made back our 2 grand that we lost, but we're still down 2 grand on the actual NQ. So that's not good. We'll see on the CL what's going to happen here. ZB. ZB's punishing us. Barely. Just a little bit, but not really.
Order filled.
There we go. Calling the bluff on this next NDX move up. Every single tab, TradingView. I don't need to be notified every single tab. Seriously, dude. Every single tab I have open. It's so friggin' annoying.
Order filled.
We're a little early on this trade on CL. We'll see. There we are. Sorry, I'm not showing my trades. I'm kind of looking at multiple charts here. Ooh, NQ is going to punish us. Same with CL. That's going to punish us too.
Order filled.
That's what happens when we fade. We fade too aggressively.
Order filled.
Ooh, man. That's really selling off. Something really happened in the oil market. It's all right.
Order filled.
We're good.
Order filled.
Jesus. Jesus. That's what happens when you fade with no confirmation. Wow. That CL trade really moving. It's going to bounce back here shortly.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, we're in total ZB. So what I'm going to do on ZB is I'm going to put some trailing stops in ZB because it needs a sell off right in this zone or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. CL is going to give us an opportunity to break even on this trade. See that? We'll get an opportunity to break even. Started that way too early, but we had to scale in a little bit more than we wanted to. See if we're going to wait for an RDA overshoot here on chart 2. But we might just get out and start over. Up about $1,400. We'll get out.
Order filled.
All right. CL gave us an opportunity to break even on that trade. We broke even. Part of it is I'm kind of heavy on the NQ, and I want to make sure that we're not taking too much risk on fade trades. So we're up about 25 grand, but we're down overall on open profits around 3 grand. So got a little too aggressive on my trading here. All right, now the NQ gave us a good level now to trade off of. Now we can actually scale into the NQ properly. Or CL, sorry, scale into the CL properly. So we'll just wait for a pullback on CL and call a bluff that it's not going to sell off anymore from that level. But wait for pullbacks. I'd like to see the NQ fail here, but it's taking its time on failing. So, and then ZB, we've got our trailing stops in there. That either gets hit or not. And then in about 10 to 15 minutes, we'll be calling it. So if you are new here, definitely, if you want to trade a highly effective system, join Discord. You can learn more about the trade system. If you are ready to get started, you can join the website. Fully explains the system. We are working on updating it so that it's more updated, and we have more stuff. The other thing is, if you have any questions, feel free to ask questions here. If you are ready to get started, just send me a DM and say, how do I get started? Or on the website, you'll see a link or a button that says get started now. All right, NQ is starting to maybe sell off. We're at 18 lots on that. ZB is punishing us still. It might come up. It might just take us out. We might have to take $1,000 loss on that thing. I want to see, I'm looking for NQ to sell off deeper to the next momentum indicator down here to 1449. But it's not doing it. And that means that it's probably setting up for the next move up to the actually weekly open. That's what it's trying to do. So this next impulse up will really tell whether or not it's going to do it. I mean, we're heading into the 11 o'clock hour, the lunch session. So, you know, I reversed on NQ. I got sick of fading it, so I reversed. Lost about $1,400. Now we're up about $1,200. So I just reversed. Why fight momentum when I don't have to? Why fight the system? There we go. I'm going to start taking profit.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Just taking profit.
Order filled.
Getting picked up on the CL trade for the long. And then, all right, there we are. We're in 13.
Order filled.
We've been taking profit. Now I'm going to trail the rest of our stops on NQ. Yeah, I reversed that just because it was obvious that the momentum was holding. Why should I continue to stay with the fade that I gave it plenty of opportunity on?
Order filled.
I was
filled.
being stubborn on the trade, so why not just change my mind instantly? And I changed my mind instantly when we started making profit. Boy, not bad, huh? Okay, now we're in 2 lots. Now, it's really on CL, it's all about 68 spot 14. That holds, then it's going up. That doesn't hold, then it's got the next level. But the system says that we should be trading around 60, 69.18 or so. We got our trailing stops. ZB is killing us, man. Damn, Smalls, you're killing me. Friggin' A. Just shouldn't be fading ZB today, obviously. Shouldn't be fading the bonds. Maybe it wants to go up to 127.29. Yeah. I hate being wrong on trades. I'm out of it.
Order filled.
I'm out of it. Terrible fade. Didn't work in my favor. I should have been trading momentum. I mean, if you look at chart 2, it's so obvious on that friggin' thing. Since 8:16 my time, 9:16 market time, it was momentum long. And like a dumbass, I'm fading it. Like a stupid idiot. What the hell am I fading that thing for? Well, I was fading at the right area, so I will say that. At the elbow. And we did get our reaction. We got a reaction there at the elbow. See that? See that reaction? This elbow here, this is the elbow trade. Look at that. We did get our reaction there. So that, you know, that's how stupid I am. I didn't get out of tunnel vision, and I didn't say, okay, we already had our reaction. And the reaction came back to the momentum, and it held. I stuck with that trade too long. Hate doing bad trades. Hate doing bad trades, man. Only crackheads do bad trades. All right, we're in 3 lots. I did reversed on NQ. We're up $3,400, $3,500 on that trade. Not bad. Not bad to be up $3,500. It's going for the weekly open. That's really what we're targeting. So at this point in time, really, not everybody. If I was a trader, and I was trying to trade the Nasdaq futures, I would potentially be long for a test of the weekly open. That's what I would be targeting. That's what it kind of was obvious that it was trying to get to, and then now it looks like it's going to get there. It's past our the earmarks. It could fake it out, right? There is a fake out zone. Well, no, actually 560. 560 is the next zone that it could potentially find a fake out zone. So 560 is the next zone. But according to the trade system that we trade, which is highly effective, which anybody can join right now for $9.97 one-time fee, which will be going up to $5,000 here in the next couple weeks, it tells us that we should be long up to the weekly open. Chart 4 has led the way. We had minor reactions at the RDA on chart 3. We did have a major reaction early on the slow momentum indicator on chart 4, or no, chart 3 on the NQ. Up about, let's see if we can get to 30 G's. Is 30 G's a good morning profit?
Stop
All right, got knocked out, or actually we took some profit, or not, we didn't take some profit, but one of our trailing stops got hit. We're up to about $24,000. We're about to hit the 11 o'clock hour. I don't think it's going to get to the weekly open here in the next, I mean, it might stretch for it, but I think the best thing is get taken out on these trailing stops if we do, and then re-enter down below for then another push up. So we're up to 25,000. CL's pulling back. as we expect, back to that zone, back to that level. So it wants to test that level, or it looks like it wants to test that level. Well, it looks like it wants to test 69.41, 69. Looks like it wants to test 69.40. That's what it looks like it wants to do. So
Order filled.
we'll let it test that. And we're adding to our CL trade here. Like I said, we started over there. Market gave us an opportunity to get out on kind of a higher position where we I don't know what I was saying. I know I was saying something. I just don't remember what I was saying. Damn.
Order filled.
Yeah, revenge trading is tough, man. I used to do that a lot.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
Totally knocked out of the NQ trade. Now the question is, I think we enter down below here and here. Now we need to be very careful. This might be the actual sell-off. Actually, I'm going to sell this.
Order filled.
I'm going to sell this. This is an aggressive trade, so don't do this if you don't know what you're doing. This is an aggressive trade. I'm going to sell this.
Order filled.
How did you manage to grow up psychologically? I still haven't grown up. I'm still a 12-year-old boy. But no, how did I mean, I've shared this before. I mean, I shared the time that I basically had the worst time. I won't go through the full story, but the worst time. And really what it comes down to, and I think that everybody should do this. Go look yourself in the mirror, in the eye, and then ask yourself if you're lying to yourself. And if you can't look yourself in the eye, in the mirror, and you can't hold your eye contact, you know whether or not you're lying to yourself or not. So ask yourself, am I going to do what it takes to be a profitable trader? I think most people that are revenge trading or get into those psychological hang-ups of revenge trading. I know this. People that are revenge trading. So I'm still working on my mindset and psychology book, but I want it to be different than every other psychology and mindset book out there, meaning that it's going to be pronouncements. It's not going to be a 300-page book of different exercises for you to go through. That's just a waste of time. It's just way too. So what the mindset and psychology book that I want to create, or that I'm creating, is going to be, or is, this is the answer.
Order filled.
And or here are, damn it, the CL trade is crushing me, man. This is the only answer to these psychological issues. So for instance, a lot of your psychological issues could be solved by doing this one exercise. And anybody that's listening right now, you're going to think this is cheesy, and you're probably going to discount it, but I dare you to do it. When you have some time, probably do this alone, because if your spouse is around or significant other, they might look at you. You can do it when dogs are around because they don't really care. They love you regardless. Go to a mirror, look yourself in the eye, and ask yourself whether or not you lie to yourself. Ask yourself whether or not you're going to do what it takes to become a profitable trader. Just ask yourself. Just look yourself in the eye and hold your own gaze. And then from that exercise, from that assessment, we're looking for a lower test here. on the actual NQ. That's why I sold it. From that exercise, that will tell you whether or not you have what it takes, or that you're not what it takes. Everybody has what it takes to be a successful trader. That will tell you whether or not you're going to do what is necessary to become a successful trader. You learn more sometimes from failure than you do from success. Actually, you learn a lot more from failure than you do from success. But trading is one of those things where you're consistently getting negative feedback. What you need to be good at is not repeating the same mistakes over and over and over, and finding ways to systematically deal with your psychological challenges, or how you have, or what mistakes you make. It might not be day after day. One of the challenges, one of the frustrations with trading is that oftentimes psychological issues don't pop up day after day. So for instance, a cycle that you can get into is that you have 4 or 5 profitable days, and then you have one day that destroys not just those 4 or 5, but maybe 10 days of profitable days. Because that one day you either got overconfident, or you stuck with the trade too long, and 1 or 2 trades just devastated your psychology and devastated your trading. But I think the exercise of looking in the mirror and holding yourself accountable, because there's no one else that's going to hold you accountable. I'm not going to hold you accountable. I'm not going to be there trading with you. I'm not going to be there clicking the buy button. Your significant other, if they do believe in you, they're never going to be able to understand what you go through. There's no one else that's going to hold you accountable. So you have to literally look at your twin in the mirror and say to yourself, am I going to do what's necessary? Because you know what mistakes you're making. Sometimes you recognize it in real time, but you still can't stop yourself because you're at such an emotional state. But after the trading day, at the end of the trading day, I believe most people that are trading can journal and recognize the mistakes that they made. Now, the one question you have to ask is, how do I recognize those mistakes in real time and correct them immediately? What are the tricks that I need to do? And that takes discipline. But it first starts from looking in the mirror and saying whether or not you're even willing to actually do the hard things necessary to actually get to that next step. And here's the thing: if you can't look yourself in the mirror, and you can't hold your gaze and be truthful with yourself, then maybe you should give up on trading, because it's not for you. Because if you can't hold yourself accountable and you can't be disciplined, no one else, it's not going to magically happen sometime in the future. No one else is going to magically be able to help you. So if you can't keep yourself disciplined and you can't hold yourself accountable, there's not going to be some magical time in the future that it's going to happen. Today, it starts today. It starts right now. It's not going to happen tomorrow. If you can't make it happen today, it's not going to happen tomorrow. Now, I'm not saying that, you will make baby steps. I mean, you can make baby steps towards it. I'm just saying that if you know deep in your gut that you actually probably don't have the ability to hold yourself accountable, then just do yourself a favor and find another way to generate income that you're passionate about, that fits your personality and fits your discipline style. Trading's not for everybody. So that's the one thing I would share on that. I think the mirror exercise is one of the best things you can do, because I don't believe many people have done it, and it'll make you very uncomfortable. I still do it every now and then, and it makes me very uncomfortable when I do it, because you're used to looking at other people and assessing other people and seeing if they're lying to you, seeing if they're they're deceiving you, or seeing if they love you, seeing if they they believe what you say. But very seldom do you ever do that to yourself. Very seldom. If you've ever heard yourself in an audio or you've seen yourself on video, you kind of, there's that kind of weird feeling that you have. It's the same thing when you look in a mirror and you challenge yourself whether or not you're being honest with yourself. That's the first step. The first step in solving any mindset or psychological problems in trading is whether or not you're being honest with yourself. And if you're lying to yourself, you're never going to be successful at trading. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. More honest than you've ever been. And more honest than you probably ever been with anybody else. But I will share with you, if you actually are honest with yourself, the benefits that you have for life, so one of the things about trading that successful traders realize is that because trading, two things are going to happen for you as a trader, okay? You're either going to figure out who you are at a deep emotional and psychological level, and then you're going to apply that to the market and start pulling capital from the market reliably every single day, or you're going to go broke. That's the only two outcomes for you as a trader. You're either going to understand who you are at such a deep level that you're going to understand yourself deeper than most of your friends know themselves. Even you're going to understand yourself, and you're going to understand the psychological makeup of who you are deeper than anybody else you probably know in your life. Because the exercises and the things that you have to go through to psychologically and to be psychological and mindset right to trade and to discipline yourself requires that. It's one of the few things in life where you really have to know yourself, because what you're doing consistently in the market is you are doing things that go against your psychological and your physiological makeup since the beginning of humankind. Since humankind, you are doing things in trading, and I'm going to get out of this NQ trade. Actually, I'm going to put in trailing stops on this thing. Many things that you're doing on a daily basis in trading go contrary to every fiber of your being as a human, as a thinking human. Yeah, I'm going to get out of this. There we go.
Order filled.
Out of the NQ. So in order to operate in that environment, you have to just oftentimes do the opposite of what you have to train yourself to operate in that environment. Hold on. I'm putting in. So we're up about $5,000 on this CL trade. So like I said, that pullback was spot on as far as the level. That was, I mean, not me, it's the system. The system was spot on. I just love this system that I trade. It's pretty awesome when I trade it and I don't fight it. It's a pretty awesome system. So I thought there would be a deeper pullback here on the NQ. So we're going to do a participation trade at 3 lots here. And then we're going to do another entry here. Yeah. So, and it's a constant struggle. And so specifically, to speak specific to revenge trading, what you have to do is you have to identify, okay, like take today, and I'm speaking specifically to Banger because he said he revenge traded today, is look at what your trigger was that triggered your revenge trading, and then say, how do I pattern interrupt that behavior in the future so that when it happens tomorrow, or it happens, let's say you trade again later on today, if it happens again, that you create a process and it might be you get up from the screen. You exit all positions and you get up from the screen. It might be the second that you identify that behavior, you have to immediately create a pattern interrupt where you stop that behavior immediately and you're not allowing yourself to continue that behavior. The second that you see it materialize, and that's the discipline. Heat is one of my favorite movies. Have you ever seen Heat? There's a saying in Heat. What does Neil say? Neil says, he's sitting down with, is it Mark Hanna? I think they're sitting down. So it's Al Pacino and the other actor sitting down. Robert De Niro sitting down. And, he mentions a line where someone in a prison yard said that, you have to have nothing. I can't remember the exact quote, but something, you can't have nothing in your life, no attachments, that you can't walk away 30 seconds flat when you see the heat around the corner. And then, the detective says to him, he says, that's pretty cold, isn't it? And, it's just a beautiful scene. That whole scene between De Niro and Pacino in Heat, where they're sitting down at the cafe, is a really well acted scene. And he just takes a little second to think about it. He kind of looks to the side and he says, well, that's the discipline. And, he broke his discipline in the movie to go kill Wayne Grow because the heat was around the corner. He could have got out, but he broke the discipline to go to the hotel and kill Wayne Grow because of, obviously Wayne Grow messed up his whole crew and everything else, but he didn't follow his discipline. It's the same way with trading. That same axiom holds in trading, which is it's not the heat. You don't have the cops coming around you, but you have to have that mindset that it's the discipline, and no one else is going to hold you accountable to the discipline. It's completely up to you. Even if I do one-on-one coaching. Even in my one-on-one coaching, sometimes it's frustrating with my one-on-one coaching because oftentimes we'll identify an issue and we'll be on that issue for weeks because because the person that I'm one-on-one coaching can't get outside of their mind or we have various, so for instance, if a revenge trading is a challenge, well, we'll come up with various exercises to pattern interrupt a revenge trading. We're up about 6,300 on this CL trade. That's not a bad trade. Pretty sweet. 6,400. And what is frustrating is that we'll come up with exercises that they agree upon, and then they'll do it, but then they'll only do it once or twice. And it works once or twice, but they won't continue with it. So oftentimes the building discipline is one of the things that you want to be doing as a trader. And if you don't live a life where you have built your own discipline, that's one of the things you're going to have to do. You're going to have to figure out, how do I build discipline for myself? No one else is going to do it for you. I'm telling you right now. So this is what I'll end everybody with, and I'll answer some questions that I still see here. No one is going to save you in trading. No one else is going to come and give you the answer. You can obviously join our system and have a highly effective system, but I'm not going to be there clicking the buttons for you. I'm not there clicking the buys. I'm not there managing your trades. You are doing that. You are solely accountable to yourself. That's one of the powers of trading too. That's one of the things I love about trading. One of the things I love about trading is I can get up and I don't need to consult with anybody else to make capital, to pull capital from the market. It involves no one else. I didn't have to interact with anybody else to get up and make $27,531. Well, I'm up a little bit more than that. Let's do a profit check. This is where I'm at P&L wise. So this is one of the things I love about trading and my system. I'm up about $6,100. I'm up about $270 there, and then I'm up about $27,531. I didn't have to talk to anybody to do this. I didn't have to consult with anybody. I didn't have to rely on anybody else. It was just me and the market. Just me and the market, and then trading my system, being disciplined, and being a dumb, stupid idiot. And I mean that, in the nicest way possible. I had to be stupid sometimes today and not try to have a challenge and just trade what the system told me. So for instance, on the NQ, there is no time I should have been fading the market, but I stuck with that fade. But what did I do? I reversed it. And made some profit. Same with the CL sell-off. It went a little bit deeper than I anticipated. What did I do? I reversed it, sold it down, got to the next level, and now I'm in a trade. We're up about 6,500. We're going to be taking some of our first profit here as it actually hits this range. So actually, I'm going to take some profit off here.
Order filled.
And then I'm going to cancel these, and then we're going to change our stop losses to 2 lots, and then we're going to go here. 2, dude, not 3, man. Deuce. We don't die, we multiply. There we go. All right. So Rex, great stuff. I know I will be consistently profitable trader no matter what. Question: since you were saying you would trade 9 MNQs on 1K, would you trade 9 NQs on 10K? Yeah, maybe a little bit more on 10K. But once again, when I say 9, that's max, and those are high. That's when you're you're highly confident in that trade, meaning that you have high conviction in that trade. And for new traders, it's going to take you a year to get high conviction. Okay, this is something that I would share too before we leave the stream here. But first up, if you are joining us or you're new here, you want to join Discord down below. You'll find a link down below on TradingView and on YouTube or wherever you're watching this. But or follow on TradingView. So what was I saying? I was talking about something. I lost my train of thought because I was looking at my trades to see whether or not I was in profit. Yeah, hold on. I want to see where we're at on ZB there. ZB did sell off from our zone. And then we're at a reaction zone on actual CL. It's a pretty decent profit there, $5,100 on that. Pretty decent profit. I think the next sell on CL, though, is right around 70 spot 54, so 70 spot 47. Sell. That's kind of the next zone to sell. The daily might hold, but this is still a rejection from the RDA on the daily. I don't remember what I was talking about. Must not have been too important because I forgot about it. Oh yeah, a year. So here's the thing with conviction. I've said this before, you need about a year of chart time and you don't need any more than that. And yeah, it will take you about a year to get heavy conviction. That doesn't mean that once you start trading and you start being successful that you don't have conviction, but expect a year before you really go heavy on trades, where basically where you're saying, okay, this zone, it's going to react at this zone. I'm going to short it early. I'm going to continue to add to this trade, and I have heavy conviction. It's going to take you about a year of trading any system to get to that conviction level. After about a year, then you can start having conviction. Generally, within that first year of you trading a system, many of the conviction trades that you do are false convictions, and most, I think a lot of people that are starting to trade or just new to trading, I think you're experiencing that, where you have a couple good days, you're trading the system, whatever system it may be, and then you then have a trade where you have heavy conviction that something's going to happen, and then it goes completely opposite of what your conviction is. That you're going to experience that a lot the first year. But after about a year of trading charts, trading a specific system, you then see enough stuff that you then build a conviction, an additional conviction that is outside of the system, that is more of a gut level conviction after about a year. It usually takes about a year. And then you can do conviction trades. Now, the one thing I will share with that is that then you're going to get to another. See, one of the things that people don't tell you about trading is that your growth, there's always another growth. That's one of the awesome things about trading. Your growth never stops, but it continuously gets harder. There's continuously a challenge before you. And that's great, though, because you're always challenged. But one of the things that comes up is that a year of market time is not going to expose you to the every 3-year event that happens. So there's, in trading, a year of market time, you get a good gut feel of a market and how it operates. Now, you have to trade 3 years to have not a black swan event, but to have some kind of event that you've never experienced before shake you. And then every 6 years, you're going to have an event, and I haven't traded long enough to have this major event, but I'm connected with enough successful traders and people that have been trading 20, 30 years successfully to understand this. I've had 4 3-year events happen to me since I've been trading since 2018. I've been trading since 2016, but I kind of use my official YouTube birth date as my official, hey, I'm a trader. So since 2018, that's roughly 6 years, I've had the opportunity to experience 4 3-year events. And what 3-year events are these are things that happen either from you doing something stupid or something happened in the market so for instance, I was trading one time in an FX account and Trump tweeted something, and within 4 seconds, the trade massively went against me and liquidated my account. But that event, and I don't know if it was Trump, it was actually specifically Trump, but that's the only thing I could tie it to. And it moved at it was such a fierce move that it went past my protective stops. So I had protective stops in the market, and it skipped over my protective stops. That's what I mean, a once in 3-year event. You're going to experience things where okay, now I was trading at too much of an aggressive size. For that, I was just way too big. So when you see me get large on stuff, what you don't know is that I still have enough capital to double that. I'm never at a size where I can't double my position if it moves up $30. So I'm always trading at a size where if I had to, I could double my position and still hold that position if it moves up $30 instantly. So that gives you an idea of kind of the capital over what I trade at. All right, so I'm going to call it just because, and I'm probably not going to stream the afternoon, but what I would suggest is that if you haven't joined Discord, you want to join Discord. If you are interested in getting started, now's a great time because we are adding a couple things here. Also, we'll be increasing our pricing here to $5,000 here in the next couple weeks. Once we get a few things in place. I want to get a few things in place before we do that. And then what else are we doing? So if you are interested, definitely join Discord. I'm going to do a P&L check here. Not a final P&L check, but I'll show you where I'm at P&L wise. So actually a pretty decent morning, I would say. Wouldn't you? So P&L wise, we're at 29,000. we're open profit of 7,500 on the CL, open profit of $1,000 on the NQ. So pretty decent morning. If you combine that, that's like 8 grand. So we're about 36,000 if we were to exit the trades right now. So not a bad P&L. I don't think I'll be streaming in the afternoon. I want to get some content out. I want to work on some training. I want to work on a few things. I do believe my nephew will be streaming later on for his account. So you'll definitely want to be checking that out. He'll be streaming his trading. So he's doing demo trading to then go to a live account for 3K. So he's starting with the 3K demo account, and then he's going to be streaming, basically not streaming his trades, but streaming the outcomes of how and what he learned for that day. And then when he gets to a certain profit level, then he'll start trading live capital at 3K. That's the path forward for that. So everybody, I appreciate you being here. I'll share my P&L. So P&L for morning session is 2919 deuce. Open P&L is roughly 8,500. 8,500 plus. Not bad. Not a bad morning. So I do appreciate everybody. What do we get? We get stopped out on some of our CL trades. And so my target, someone asked target for the NQ, it's the weekly open. It's 578. That's the target. So, awesome. Good to hear. So he said it's up $70. Good to be up $70. Any profit, any green day is a great day, no matter what your account size is. Once again, it's a competition between you and yourself. It's not a competition between you and me or you and anybody else. It's a competition between you and yourself. Wow, look at that move. Continue to move. Continue to lock in or to get some more profits here in this move. So, yeah, so everybody, I appreciate. I might stream in the afternoon, but at this point, I don't really. I streamed all day yesterday. Plus, I need to focus on. We got a couple new members. I want to make sure that they're all set up and ready to go. I mean, we got. So I want to make sure everything's there, and I want to kind of interact with some of the alphas a little bit more here today, and kind of get reconnected on some of those levels there. Other than that, if you have any questions, join Discord and ask questions there. Questions about the system, questions about trading, questions about indicators, anything you have questions about. All right, I look forward to seeing everybody. Hope everybody's having a great trading day. Let's go out like we typically go out with Black Dynamite.
I threw that shit before I walked in the room.